Hi there, welcome to the farmhouse kitchen at the Wardenberg family farm. It's a rainy afternoon, so we're going to do some experimenting and make some interesting recipes for dinner. So if you're new to our channel, we're the Wardenberg family farm, and I'm Brenda and my husband Don's behind the camera. You'll see him at some point. And we just bring you guys along on our homestead adventures. And today, it's cold and rainy outside, so we're in the kitchen cooking. And I had seen a recipe a few weeks ago that I knew I wanted to try at some point. We made a lemon posset in a lemon video we did a while ago, and I found a recipe for rhubarb posset. And rhubarb's coming in fast and furious right now, so I thought, I want to try rhubarb posset. So I decided what we'd have for dessert, and Donnie decided he wanted mushroom soup for the main course. So I'm going to make mushroom soup, and I'm going to make an asparagus dish, and good old rhubarb posset for dessert. I have to do dessert first, so it can set up and be ready to eat after dinner. So, rhubarb posset, doesn't that sound interesting?
Yeah, I can't wait.
So the first thing I have to do is cut this rhubarb up into little pieces. And to do the posset, you actually want the juice. So I'm going to have to cook it and kind of simmer it till a bunch of juice comes out. And all you need to make the posset is the juice. But yeah, we have a lot of rhubarb, so I need to be making a lot of rhubarb recipes. We made the rhubarb curd in the last video or 2 videos ago. I lose track. And that was good. Should have been more tart. I like tart stuff. So the recipe actually, you have rhubarb. If it's not tart enough, you can actually add a little lemon juice to make it a little tart. I have a feeling it might be doing that. We'll see. And I never knew this. I had read that rhubarb gets tartar as the season goes on. So this is early spring. This is early rhubarb. It might not be as tart.
It seems like we enjoy rhubarb most in the spring, and it grows fine all summer, but we kind of move on to other things.
You get tired of rhubarb, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good cool weather crop.
They're a beautiful plant in the garden because they're so big, green, and lush, And
there's no weeds around them.
No.
Hey, actually, I'm pretty happy that we're having a rain today and tomorrow.
Why?
After the frost, trees and things got beat up pretty good. They need some water. They need a peaceful time.
The plants need a little bit of TLC.
TLC, yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't watch that video, our temperatures went down to 23 degrees. And it was below freezing for, 8 hours?
Yeah.
So our garden, our fruit trees mostly got hit, but our garden got hit a little bit by all. So I'm going to go ahead and put this rhubarb in a pot, start simmering it. If it doesn't look like enough juice, I'll add a little bit of water.
So, is that like powdered sugar? Or no, powdered sugar.
No, the recipe calls for castor sugar, which, to be honest, I had no idea what castor sugar is. Apparently it's sugar that's ground up a little bit finer than plain granulated sugar, but not as fine as powdered sugar. So it's between the two. Now it is a little finer than the regular granulated sugar. So you can buy castor sugar, or you can just throw it in your blender, pulse it for a little bit, and it grinds it up. Supposed to put 1 tablespoon of this in with the rhubarb, which I'm not thrilled by because I want it tart. So I might not even put quite a tablespoon, and then the posset I might not use as much sugar as they call for. We'll see. I really go for tart. But I'll put almost a tablespoon in and get the rhubarb simmering. I need a 1/4 cup of rhubarb juice or syrup to make the stuff. And I'm anxious to see if I do get a 1/4 cup out of this. I did add 2 tablespoons of water just to kind of get it, because I didn't want it sticking to the bottom. So I'll put this all in the strainer and see what I get strained out of it. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how I'm going to get a 1/4 cup of juice out of that. Oh, there's some juice coming out, yeah. It's going to take forever to drip through the strainer, so I'm going to experiment and put it in cheesecloth and squeeze the juice out. Plus then I think it'll be a little bit purer juice than going through the strainer. It's not real fine. So now I just have to get it cool enough that I can touch it and squeeze it. I don't know. This is interesting. I never tried to get rhubarb juice before. Oh, I know what I need. Now I think I can turn it and squeeze it. So I'm just going to hold it and keep turning it. Try to. And squeeze. Oh yeah, there's the juice. This is better. Oh, look at that. There's the juice.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Well, if you've watched me for very long, you know I'm a messy cook. Good thing I had an apron on. I was squeezing it with the tongs. I forgot about the little channel on the inside of the tong. Ran back the inside channel all over me. But I know I got at least a 1/4 cup of juice.
Looks good.
So now that can sit aside. The next part is putting heavy cream and sugar in a pan and simmering it. So now heavy cream and sugar. The next up a posset, it's 1 1/4 cups of heavy whipping cream. And I will put the recipe down below in the description with exact amounts and everything. So 1 1/4 cup. And it calls for 100 milliliters of sugar, or 100 grams of sugar. I didn't use quite 100 grams since I want it tart. Hopefully it'll work. We'll find out.
Now, is that the regular sugar or the sugar?
No, it's the castor sugar too. It's castor. The whole recipe calls for castor. I guess it just dissolves faster. I don't know. So now I just cook this and stir this for you get it to simmering and simmer it for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Let's see what that looks like here. Yeah, on the camera it looks just kind of white, but it is creamier than...
Oh, it's heavy whipping cream.
Yeah.
All right, so I just have to get this warmed up and simmering. Now it says to cook this over medium-high heat, but watch it closely because when it starts to boil, it will expand. It says to make sure you have a pot big enough that it can expand and not bubble over.
I still don't understand the sugar thing. If it's all going to melt, what's the difference?
I don't know. The recipe called for castor sugar. It would, I think it would dissolve quicker, but I'm not sure why they require it. The lemon posset didn't. But I've seen 2 rhubarb posset recipes and they both call for castor sugar.
Huh.
So I figure I better do it.
Okay.
So I'll bring it back when this is boiling. We'll see how much it expands.
All right. All right. Is it getting close?
It's just starting to boil. I don't know how much it's supposed to expand. I don't remember the expansion part in the lemon posset.
Okay.
If it's a boiling, you're supposed to let it simmer then for 4 or 5 minutes, stirring regularly.
When it's almost boiling. So you probably have to turn it back a little, huh?
Yeah, I want to make sure it's boiling really hard, and then I'll turn it back. Oh, it is, but it's getting a little fun. It's getting a little foamy.
Okay.
So it is expanding.
Uh-huh.
See, it's a little foamy. Yeah, if it was in a tiny pot, you would notice it more.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to take the chance of it boiling over. That would be a mess. Now I turned it down a little bit. I'm going to set the timer for 4 minutes, and we'll see what it looks like.
Exciting video, watching a pot boil.
So it's been about 4 minutes. I'm going to take it off the heat, and now I stir in the 1/4 cup of rhubarb juice syrup. They say syrup because it has a little bit of sugar in it. And I got more than a 1/4 cup. Slightly. Now I stir this in well, and then just let it settle for a little bit.
Let's see what that looks like.
Oh, it's pretty.
Oh, yeah, it turns color.
Yeah, nice and pink. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a minute, and then I'll pour it into my jars.
So is that all there is to it?
I'm going to pour it into here so it's easier to pour into the jars. That's it, and then we just have to hope it sets up. We'll know that in a couple hours. I need to get a spatula so we get every drop of the rhubarb posset. Don't want to miss a drop because it's going to be so delicious. It really could be delicious. Okay, let that sit, and then we'll pour it into our pretty little dishes.
I think you got Ruby's attention.
Do you like posset, Ruby? Yeah, probably. There's not much you don't like. So in a minute, I'll pour that into our pretty little dish. Now, I'm not going to make them real full. When we made the lemon stuff, it got set up, but the very bottom part didn't. So I'm not going to make them real deep.
Maybe we ate them so quickly that they didn't have time to set up.
Although, whoops, I missed. They'll have to be stirred to a certain point because I only want to do 4. So the posset's in the fridge, hopefully setting up. Now it's time to tear into the mushroom soup. And you start off by sauteing onions and celery in butter, like almost all soups start out that way. So I'll get that all chopped out and get that started to simmer. And my onions actually was frozen. I had 2 big bags of onions that were going to start going bad, so I actually froze them all. I chopped them up and put them in little cup measuring things. So each one is a cup of onion. So celery and onion. And then after that simmers for a while, then you put in the mushroom. And you're supposed to have marjoram and thyme. I don't have marjoram, so I'm substituting oregano. That'll be fine. And I like my celery chopped up pretty fine, so there's not big pieces of celery. Be some, but not big honking pieces.
But I do like big chunks of mushrooms.
Mushrooms. And we were just debating. We made a mushroom soup years ago where part of it was pureed. The mushrooms are pureed. So we might, after the soup part's made, puree a little bit of the mushroom soup, put it back in. So there's some more of that mushroom flavor all pureed in there. So
that's a good combo. Big chunks and then some pureed with the
So we're slightly adjusting the recipe. Butter's melted. Time to put in the celery and the onions and saute them for 4 to 5 minutes till they're kind of nice and tender. And then after they get soft, then it's time to add the mushrooms and the spices. And then they cook for like 15 minutes till the mushrooms get smaller and nice and tender.
I'm curious. I'm going to take a look here.
So the onions and celery were all tender. I just put in the mushrooms and the spices. Now I'm going to simmer that and stir that for about 15 minutes till the mushrooms are all nice and tender and shrunken a little bit. Mushrooms are pretty much softened and cooked down. Now I'm supposed to put flour in and stir and cook it for 2 minutes. It says to cook the flour. I never thought about cooking flour. It says to stir it and simmer it for 2 minutes to cook the flour. And I will have the recipe down below, a link to the recipe.
Well, I'm encouraged by the number of mushrooms in there.
Well, we put a little bit more mushrooms in than it called for.
Okay.
We like mushrooms.
You snuck them in there.
We like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Now after this, I'll be pouring in the chicken broth, and it simmers for 15 minutes with chicken broth. At that point, that's when we're going to go rogue and pull part of it out, puree it, and put it back in. Now I did read further down the recipe, it gives other tips. It said if you like a really smooth soup, you can puree the whole thing, but we do want hunks of mushroom, so
yeah, definitely.
We're going to go halfway puree half of it, and keep the other half in chunks. Oh. Mushroom soup is really good if you like mushrooms. Flour's been in 2 minutes. Now it's time to pour in the broth. And then you bring it to a boil with the broth and simmer it for 15 minutes with the broth. And when I got my broth downstairs, I realized I'm getting kind of low on chicken broth. It's about time for me to make some chicken broth soon. Can't run out of chicken broth.
Now that looks like the soup that you'd expect.
Yes.
Huh?
And after we puree it, if it looks a little thin, I can just go down and get another broth and put some more in. It's handy always having lots of broth on hand, especially if you like to make a lot of soups. So get it back up to a boil and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. So it's been simmering with the chicken broth for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to pull some out and puree it. We were debating, do I do a third, do I do a half? I'm just going to take some out. I don't know how much it is. A little more. Still plenty of hunks in there. Okay. Puree this up and add it back to the soup. You gotta be careful when you're doing hot stuff.
It doesn't fly out.
Yeah. Start slow. Pureed mushroom is not exactly attractive.
Yeah.
Kind of gray. Oh my gosh, it smells delicious.
Here, let me get a look up there. Hold on.
So there goes the pureed part back in. Get all that mushroom goodness. Yeah, it looks better. Now, is that too thick? Do you want to add some chicken broth to it?
No, I think it'll be all right.
Because I still have to add the cream.
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
Okay, here goes the cream. Simmer it for about 5-10 minutes. and our dinner will be ready, and I'm hungry.
I would have guessed there'd have been more cream in there than that.
No,
but...
1 cup is all it called for.
Okay.
This isn't a big batch of soup, though.
Yeah. Oh, it looks really good, though.
Yeah, he loves cream soups. It does look good. Now, before we eat this, he'll be the taste tester. This is his gift. I get to a certain point, and then he comes up and tastes it and tweaks it with salt, pepper, whatever he thinks it needs. So in a couple minutes here, he'll be in the camera taste testing and tweaking it.
All right, going to give it a quick taste now that the cream is warmed up, the soup is warm. Just want to see what I'm starting with here.
And keep in mind, there's no salt or pepper in there yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, oh, we have this fancy...
Salt vault.
Yeah. And pepper. I might like things a little peppier than you do.
Oh, I like a lot of pepper. Pepper does make soup, especially better.
Yeah. And I'm going to put a little Worcestershire in there too.
Believe it or not, that makes a lot of soups delicious.
Yeah. All right, let's stir that up here and see where we go. Well, as you know, if you do too much, you can't undo it.
It's better to go slow and add a little bit at a time.
And sneak up on it. So, Brenda, would you garnish the soup like this, or would be anything alongside of it, or?
I don't know. Tonight we're having a salad with it, and we're having the asparagus dish that I made in a previous video. It's a maple balsamic asparagus topped with cranberries, pumpkin seeds, and feta cheese. It's delicious. I'll put a link to the video below because that recipe is definitely worth having if you like asparagus. Okay, taste test number 2. Let's see what we got here.
Seeing if we're sneaking up on it.
Ruby's very interested. Sorry, Ruby, you don't get to taste it. That's a daddy job.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, it's definitely getting there. I think the pepper's good. Just need a little more salt, a little more Worcestershire.
And we'll be good to eat dinner. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry.
Me too.
I am ready for dinner. So we have a salad. I've done this in a video before too. It's just such an easy salad. It's lettuce, which is from our high tunnel, with some mandarin oranges and walnuts. Simple salad, but everybody always loves it. And then the asparagus, the balsamic maple asparagus with the feta cheese and dried cranberries and almonds, or not walnuts. No, pumpkin seeds.
And that's the asparagus from our farm too, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's our asparagus.
Yeah.
And then the main course,
Yeah.
the mushroom soup. I'm excited about that part.
The mushrooms are not ours yet. We'd love to learn how to grow mushrooms, but we don't yet.
Yeah, if anybody has success growing mushrooms, tell us the best way to do it, how it works for you, because we've tried a few things, hasn't worked really well.
No.
So, but it would be great to grow our own mushrooms.
Yeah.
So now to taste.
You're going to go right
soup.
after the mushroom?
I'm going right after.
Do your okay.
I'm going right after the soup.
Okay.
Stood there cooking it for how long? Now I want to eat it.
Yeah.
Ready?
Looks terrific. Here we go. Worth waiting for, isn't it?
That is so good.
Yeah, and it's really worth it, I think. Pureeing
Part of it.
Yeah.
But if you still like hunks of mushroom in your soup, don't puree all of it.
No.
It's wonderful to have those big pieces of mushroom in there.
Perfect combination. And,
That is really good.
yeah, I
taste the
love
asparagus.
mushrooms.
This asparagus recipe, it might sound kind of weird, but man, is it good. Everybody that tries it falls in love with it. And I will link to the video where I did this before.
That's always good, though, every time.
Every time.
And I find that when you cut the asparagus, it's a more consistent cooking.
I cut it before I cook it. Number one, it's easier to eat because you have these big spears of asparagus and you're trying to cut them. It's easier to cut them ahead of time. Plus, they cook really evenly then.
I'll give you that they look really nice on a plate with a steak with the long spears and the other, but really they taste better this way. Yeah.
So we are going to have a wonderful dinner. I'm anxious to try the posset and see how that turned out. Too bad you're not here to taste all this because it's really good.
You know, I didn't even think about it, but that was actually a vegetarian dinner.
Yeah, no meat, but oh man, was that good.
I'm not necessarily a vegetarian, but I was hungry for a salad and really hungry for that soup.
Yeah.
So that was a perfect companion.
It hit the spot perfectly.
Yeah, what was your favorite dressing?
Oh, on the salad, I used raspberry walnut vinaigrette.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
the best. Look, somebody wants to try our posset.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
Trying to sneak up in your lap.
Hey, what are you doing? Are you lonely? This is our
haven't
dessert.
paid enough attention
This
to
is
her
our
today.
dessert. I'll give you some snugglement, okay? Let me eat my posset. Ruby wouldn't take no for an answer, so she's in the other room while we enjoy our dessert.
Yeah. You made one modification on this, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a little bit of that rhubarb syrup or juice left over, so I thought, well, I'll just pour a little bit on the top, because remember, I like things tart, so this will add a little tartness to it.
I'm going to have one without it first.
Okay.
Or are you going to have...
I'm having it with the tart.
All right, I'll do that too then. So we're on the same boat. Okay?
Ready? Cheers. That's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's excellent. Yeah, I like this better. What did you make the other day?
Lemon. Oh, what did we make the other day? Oh, the curd.
The rhubarb
Curd. Well, that's good too.
It was good. This is better than that, though.
Well, posset. It's like a custard. I think would originate in England.
Yeah, I think it's British.
But I like the little bit of the rhubarb juice on the top. Adds a little touch of tart on top of the beautiful sweet tart.
Yeah. So that's the big takeaway. Modify, get a little more of that juice than you need, and save it for the end, especially if you like them tart. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big win. I love this.
Should have made a double batch.
I wouldn't want to say which one I like better, this one or the lemon. The lemon was really hard to beat, but this was excellent.
Well, as I was looking at recipes, there is strawberry posset, raspberry posset. I'm going to be trying it all. I just think strawberry would be amazing. So we're going to be having a lot of posset in our future. So,
hey, thanks for joining us on the Wardenberg Family Farm in the kitchen.
We'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi there. Welcome to the farmhouse kitchen at the Wardenberg Family Farm. It's a rainy afternoon, so we're going to do some experimenting and make some interesting recipes for dinner. And Ruby's eating our watermelon.